You want money, more money, easy money. Banks want the same thing. The difference, they use your money to get it. This is the part nobody explains clearly. Banks aren't just holding your cash. They're running a business with it. And the product is you. Let's break it down. Your money isn't just sitting there. You think your bank account is like a safe. You put money in, it stays there. That's not what's happening. When you deposit money, you're basically lending it to the bank. They don't store it in a vault with your name on it. They use it. Think of your money like a gaming skin you own, but the platform can still rent it out. So what? It means your money is working, just not for you. Okay, now it gets interesting. Fractional reserve. The quiet multiplier. Banks don't keep all your money. They keep a fraction. That's why it's called fractional reserve banking. Example, you deposit $1,000. The bank might keep a small part and lend out the rest. Then the person who receives that loan deposits it again. Now the bank can lend again. Same money, multiple times. It's like one Netflix account being used by 5 people, but everyone thinks they have their own. So what? Banks create more money activity from the same base, and every step of that chain can generate profit. Cool. Now let's talk about where the real money comes from. Interest. The big one. This is the big one. Banks pay you a tiny bit of interest to hold your money. Then they lend that same money out at a much higher interest rate. Example, you get maybe 1 to 3% on savings, sometimes less. Loans, credit cards, that can go way higher. That gap equals profit. Let's use a simple running example, your daily coffee habit. You save money by skipping coffee for a week. You deposit that cash, the bank takes it and lends it to someone buying a phone and charges them interest on it. So your saved coffee money is now making them money. So what? Banks profit from the difference between what they pay you and what they charge others. That's the core engine. But they don't stop there. Fees. Monthly account fees, ATM fees, overdraft fees. These are not random, they're strategic. Overdraft fee equals you spent more than you have. The bank covers it, then charges you for the favor. It's like borrowing money for a coffee and getting charged extra for the embarrassment. So what? Fees are predictable income for banks, and they hit hardest when you're already low on money. Yeah, moving on. Credit cards. The profit machine. Banks want you to use them. Rewards, cashback, points. Looks great, but here's the trick. If you don't pay the full balance, interest kicks in. And it's not small. Now your random purchases, like your daily coffee, start stacking interest. So that $3 coffee, over time, quietly costs more. So what? Credit cards turn everyday spending into long-term profit for banks. And most people underestimate how fast that grows. Alright, now let's zoom out. Loans. Bigger, longer, more profitable. This is the long game. Car loans, student loans, personal loans, these run for years. You borrow money, you pay it back with interest over time. It's like buying coffee but agreeing to pay for it every day for the next 5 years. So what? Long-term loans are stable, predictable income for banks. They love consistency. And the bigger the loan, the bigger the return. Why banks love your behavior? Banks don't just make money from money, they make money from behavior. Spending habits, impulse buying, minimum payments, all of this increases their profit. Example, you keep buying coffee every day. Sometimes you don't track it, sometimes you use credit. Small actions repeated. That's exactly what banks benefit from. So what? Your habits are part of their business model, not in a conspiracy way, just math. The illusion of convenience. Everything is designed to feel easy. Tap to pay, auto-renew subscriptions, one-click purchases. Even your coffee is one tap away. Friction is gone. And when spending feels effortless, you do it more. So what? Convenience increases transaction volume. More transactions, more opportunities for fees, interest, and data. Smooth for you, profitable for them. Safety. The trade-off you're making. To be fair, banks do give you something valuable. Security. Your money is safer than under your mattress. You can send it instantly. You can store it digitally. That matters. So, you're trading control and potential profit for convenience and safety. And for most people, that's a fair deal. But you should know the deal. What smart people do differently. They don't avoid banks. They understand them. They avoid unnecessary fees, pay credit cards in full, use interest to their advantage when possible, stay aware of where their money is going. They still buy coffee. They just don't finance it over time. So what? The goal isn't to beat banks. It's to not accidentally work for them.